Well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughtersinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And coming up at the end of the month, it's first of all, it's never too early to talk about football. And coming up at the end of the month here in July, right here in good old Brevard County, we've got something special to tell you here about tonight. It's a combine, a football combine. And here to help me tell you about this football combine taking place at Tom McIntyre Stadium on the 30th is the head coach for the Melbourne Bulldogs and a gentleman that represents Global Sports Consulting. So please help me welcome to the set here today, well, actually via video link. Coach is on vacation. It is Mr. David Kintigh and Mr. Chad Jones. Gentlemen, it's great to have you both here. Coach Kintigh, let me start with you. What do we got going on the 30th at the place the Melbourne Bulldogs call home?
Well, as you'll get from Chad when he explains everything, I was approached not too long ago, late May, early June, and was asked about the possibility of doing a combine. And when I learned the company that was doing the combine and what they wanted to put into this for this area, because it's not really done at this level, and I think the Brevard County kids deserve the exposure. So I got with Chad through a Paul Knight, who's also helping from Orlando, and we got to talk. And then I wanted to make sure they could use our facility to make sure they could come in and actually open up the area here to get the football skills and all the things through a combine that everybody is looking at for the college level.
Fantastic, good stuff. And Coach Jones, tell us a little bit about. Tell us a little bit more specifically about this particular combine coming up.
Yes, sir. To piggyback off of Coach Kintigh, we provide Global Sports. We provide a platform for student athletes to be able to showcase their skill sets in front of college coaches, with the aspirations of seeking scholarship and preferred walk-on opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And so, obviously with Florida being a hotbed for football, we understand that there's a lot of three-star, 4- and 5-star athletes who get plenty of attention in regards to their recruiting exposure. We want to be able to kind of even the playing field for those that may not have that same exposure, or maybe come from an area where exposure is just very limited. So through our combine and our partnership with Zybek Sports, who is the official testing partners of the NFL Scouting Combine, we provide this platform and we go across to different regions across the United States.
Tell us a little bit about Global Sports. What is Global Sports?
Yes, sir. Global Sports is a sports marketing company. Again, we provide the platform on the event side for student athletes to be able to showcase their skill set. But then also, we have a recruiting piece that we assist with those that may need it in terms of helping with the recruiting process as well.
Now, the beauty of Zybek Sports, gentlemen, and either of you can take this. I've had the pleasure of meeting and actually working with Mike Weinstein, the owner and president of Zybek Sports, is how they offer student athletes the opportunity to track their progress. And I'll throw that segue that out there to the both of you and tell everybody why this is so special and what this means to the student athlete to be able to track their process. Let's say they're a freshman all the way up until their senior year of high school. So whoever wants to take that.
Well, I'll go first on that, Chad, real quick, because the kids locally, they actually are going to allow 2028 through 2024 graduating year.
That's
so
amazing.
We can go all the way back. Right now, they're going to allow 8th graders at the right age that are coming in because they want to be able to track their progress. That was one of the things that sold me when Chad told me about how they followed that up. And Chad, you can get more specific with it, but that's one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and go with these guys.
Go ahead, Chad.
Yes, sir. That's our primary focus is, in addition to being able to showcase what you have in front of the colleges, we understand that it's a process for a student athlete to develop, for example, from a freshman to a senior. And so we just want to be able to provide a baseline point for those student athletes that truly have those aspirations on getting to the next level and what it takes to get to the next level and what those testing numbers look like for Division I athletes, Division II athletes, Division III on down.
Now, you haven't heard me repeat the event because it's on the bottom of your screen right there. How would they, for those that don't know, how would they register for this? Where do they need to go? How does all of that need to happen?
Yes, we currently have a link on our social media page. You can follow us on Twitter at BSC Worldwide. Again, that is BSC Worldwide, which is our main global sports Twitter page. There is a registration link in our bio. And then here, over the next few days, across social media, you will see an ad running for the event at Brevard County that will have the event information, time, as well as the registration link as well. And then we have a brand ambassador in the area, um, Coach Stefan.
Okay.
He's going to be assisting with the event. He will be populating that information around as well. And then also, lastly, we'll be sending out some invites to some of the prospects in the area.
And obviously, as the number one sports provider here in Brevard County, you'll get that information just about every other day here from now until the time, and we'll discuss it obviously on our sports talk shows leading up. And listen to me, student athletes. I'm telling you right now, these combines are absolutely amazing. Zybek Sports Global. It's incredible. This is an opportunity, especially parents out there. If your student athlete is in the 8th grade, now is the time. With the way that recruiting is, you can never, ever have enough information. And Coach Kintigh, I want to ask you about that because as a high school football coach, you see this religiously every day. The effects on recruiting, the transfer portal, what it means, what coaches are looking for, and in fact, we're going to be broadcasting this event live from multiple angles, multiple events. You better believe that college coaches are going to be watching this. Coach, why is it important for that purpose?
Biggestly right now, when we go through the youth leagues or the 14 U's that are playing in our youth leagues across Brevard County and everywhere else, all the kids are getting their exposure there before coming to high school. This is actually going to link them to the process to college a year earlier, allowing them to build up what they have statistically and show what they can do. It's also going to allow them to start seeing what it would be like when they get to high school, when like my kids go to the college camps, when you're actually there doing the workouts for the college coaches in the D1 schools, the D2 schools, the D3 schools. You're there performing at your best, but now you're starting a year earlier following the process.
No doubt. And, you don't want to make recruiting, look, we would all love to be 5 stars, but you certainly don't want to make the recruiting any tougher on yourself than it already is being made on you. The deck is stacked against you in a lot of ways, so you need to take the bull by the horns. This is that type of event. What you're looking at on your screen is a bracelet from Zybek Sports. That bracelet will be the thing that tracks your progress for you. And of course, they'll have it computerized. You'll have a card. It's amazing what Mr. Mike Weinstein and his company do at Zybek. And you got these two great gentlemen here in Chad Jones and head coach David Kintigh, who have brought this event to this area to expose you. So sign up today. And there won't be any reason for you not to be there. Gentlemen, as we get set to wrap up, Chad, what would you like to make sure everybody knows about this event? One thing that is of utmost importance concerning this event.
Certainly. What I'd like to be able to point out is, in addition to the exposure of the student athletes showcasing their skills in front of the college coaches, the top performers will receive an invite. We are having a national combine December 9th at AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
Where we will have our national combine flag football O-line, D-line, and then a special something for the punters and kickers as well. So that's the National Combine, AT&T Stadium, December 9th. Top performers for this event will receive an invite.
That's absolutely amazing, and here's hoping many of you get that invite. Coach Kintigh, the same question to you. You know many of our student athletes in this area personally. What would you need them to know? What would you want them to know about this event that you think is of utmost importance?
As the links get shared, sign up as soon as possible, because I know on the last meeting that we had with Chad Jones and everyone, there's going to be a cap of how many people can actually participate. Our stadium is only so big. When we reach that cap, we're going to have to, kind of taper off. It'd be up to Chad to call that final number and where we're at. But I want to make sure that everybody gets the fair and equal opportunity at the combine, so we can't let it be too oversized.
Yeah, definitely want to be early. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to come here on Brevard Sports Network to promote this great event. And thank you both for making sure that it happens right here within the friendly confines of the Space Coast. For Chad Jones of Global Sports and the head coach of the Melbourne Bulldogs, David Kintigh, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network.